Hi, everyone. Ron Crider reporting for duty today. It's September the 8th. It's the day after Labor Day. It's Tuesday. It's my stay safe at home day 177. Pretty soon it's going to be 180 days. And guess what? That's a half a year. Oh, my goodness gracious. So I'm reporting the numbers today for Vero Beach and the east coast of Florida up through Orlando. I have to remind you again, occasionally I have to do this just because I think I should. I don't put any commercials in these videos. If you see them, I didn't put them there. I'm not earning money off of them. They happen to pop up. If you are watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to YouTube, then that's kind of their way of getting paid for it. But you can instantly hit the skip button if you prefer to not see the commercials, which most people don't want to see them. Okay, since August 1st, Florida has been averaging 150 COVID-19 deaths per day, which would make the disease the state's #1 killer, and that's according to the Associated Press. I say that because I want to let you know where I'm getting my information. While Monday marked a hopeful day in the state, some health officials are worried that Labor Day weekend activities will cause a surge in cases as people get tested later on this week. Again, that was what the Associated Press said. I say that too. It's possible. The largest single-day surge in the state happened a week after the 4th of July, despite several large beaches having been closed around that time. A brief press conference on Monday, Governor Ron DeSantis said he believes the state will continue to see new cases and numbers drop according to the Associated Press. And we are absolutely hoping that that is the case. You know, these politicians, they always want to come out and tell you the right thing or the good thing, and sometimes they want to scare you. But now, speaking of scaring people, I have been accused of doing these videos just to scare you. Hey, I don't like scaring people. I don't like Halloween. I don't like scary things. But I did get a very nice email from one of the smartest people I know. I don't know a whole lot of really smart people, but this guy's really smart. He says, I don't think you are scaring people. Just the opposite. You are informing them of the dangers that exist in our COVID world. The reason that Florida has not controlled this virus is because not enough people are scared. Perhaps they're just stupid or looking at this thing through the political lens instead of the scientific lens. Keep up the great work. You have done a great job of spreading the word that masks, social distancing, avoiding indoor areas, and good sanitary habits are the only way at this time to keep the virus at bay. Just compare infection rates in areas where people wear masks versus where they do not. The evidence is clear and compelling. On my best. Okay, I'm not going to tell you exactly who that is because I don't want you to choose up sides and say, I hate that guy or I like that guy. I'm just not going to tell you that. However, he's a smart guy and he's helped me out a lot with helping put the numbers together. And I can tell you that he doesn't necessarily think politically exactly the way I do. But we're still good friends. We're still good friends. We haven't known each other very long to be good friends, but we're still pretty good friends. And I very much respect his position on what and the way he has tried to help me present this in as much of a non-political way as somebody like myself can do so. Okay? Got that? Good. All right, let's move on here. Shout-outs today. Always a shout-out to Heather Mason. Of course, Heather Mason by all means. Hi, Heather. Okay, Marie Arnold, who lives here in our building, and Diana Stark. Joan, Ellen, Elizabeth, George, Vanessa in Miami, Tony, Kevin, Wayne and Dorothy, the Minnetonka folks. Yep, the Minnetonka people out there. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to say every day that Dorothy is no longer in Kansas. Yeah, no, she's in Minnesota. The Long Island folks, the Kennedys in Long Island and down here sometimes. Donna, Ray, Mancari, Captain Marcia at our gate. I salute Captain Marcia every day I go through that gate because she does such a marvelous job. Danny up in New Jersey. Yeah, Danny. Remember Danny? Ron and Barb Dumoulin. Jim Peabody, Britt, Betsy, Sherry, Jay, George, Ed, Timothy, John, Marks. Hey, John and Kelly. These guys have the Polo Deli here in Vero Beach. And now, of course, we have another new deli-type gourmet operation just a couple of doorsteps away from theirs. But I have to tell you, I've said this so many times, John Marks is the living legend of an entrepreneur, restaurant, food guy here in Vero Beach. You got to get up pretty early to get ahead of John. And I know that John knows how to coexist with the competition. There is no question about that. He'll come up with some way to do something to be able to augment maybe something the other guy is not doing. You know, I gave really good marks to the new Ryder Gourmet Food Market on Cardinal, and John Marks's place, John and Kelly's place, is the Polo Deli, and that's there as well. So I wish them both a whole lot of luck, because I know John Marks is really a smart guy. Polo Grill, he started the Polo Grill. He started Chelsea's. He started the Lemon Tree. He's like I say, he's a living legend. They don't come any nicer than John Marks. And quite frankly, I only met Tom just briefly, Tom Ryder, and from the little time that I have spent time with him, he seems like a very nice guy, as well as his son Rob. Don't forget to push the like button. I hope you do. Try not to say anything to really upset you today. It's the day after Labor Day. We're all trying to get back into the groove of doing whatever we do at this time. Do have to remind you again, I said this a little bit earlier, but mask up, distance, space. It's easier to wear a mask than a ventilator. Sorry, Danny, I can't use that Brit word anymore because it does offend people. So I don't want to be offending too many people, but as long as I let you know how to do it, I don't think you'll mind. And I always say push the like button. Always do that, distance, space, and all that sort of thing. Let's go with the weather report today. Here's what I see the weather report looking like. Scattered thunderstorms, high 87 degrees. Well, notice it's not in the 90s now. We're in the 80s. 87's good. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour for you boaters. And the chance of rain today is about 50%. Looks beautiful out there today. And then tonight, low of about 75 degrees. I like those lows. Lows of 75. Variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms tonight. Low near 75. The winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain tonight's about 60%. A couple of little drops would be good for the flowers out there, right? And then tomorrow, on Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and it's going to be, let's see, about a 60% chance of rain tomorrow. 88 degrees would be the high tomorrow for you boaters. The winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. As I said, about 60% tomorrow. Now, Tropical Storm Rene forecast to become the season's 5th hurricane, and Paulette likely to remain a tropical storm. So those things are happening as we speak. Need to remind you that in August, the federal government issued an updated forecast for the season, predicting as many as 25 storms, which is more than any other agency has ever forecast. The tropic weather experts at Colorado State University predicted that 2020 could possibly be the second busiest season on record, behind 2005, the year that produced Katrina and Wilma. So I keep reminding that currently there are several depressions stirring in the Caribbean, but nothing to worry yourself about at the moment. I'll let you know. Tropical Storm Paulette and Rene are churning around down there, but they have they're not posing any threat to us at the moment. So just don't worry yourself about that. When it's time to worry, I'll tell you to worry. That's my job, to tell you to worry. I'm not Dr. Death, and I'm not Dr. Gloom. I'm just the guy telling you what's happening. All right, we're going to pop right in here to these numbers for today. You've already seen them. They're up here on the screen. I forgot to tell you what they were, but I did put them on the screen. I should have told you that at the very beginning. But I remind you, what's green means it came down over yesterday. What's red means it went up over yesterday. And you'll see those numbers on the left and right-hand side of your screen here. I've got my fingers at the right spot. And I put those up there as soon as I get them. So maybe when this video started, hopefully they will be there. And you will already know in advance what the entire state of Florida is doing. And I can tell you this, the 7-day moving average just came down really nicely. We're like down in the 70s from the 90s yesterday. So here we go. Back in a flash with the numbers. See ya. Back in a flash, Ron Crider here with the numbers for today, Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. We have a little good news and a little bad news. I don't like the bad news, mainly because our deaths did go up by 26. Yesterday they were 22. Today they are 48. That's an increase of 26 over Labor Day. Now, our positivity rate did go down. Yesterday on Labor Day it was 1838. Today it's 1823. It's a small number, 15, that went down. So that's a little bit of a correction. That's good. Okay, that went down. I just don't like these deaths going up. That's not a good thing. However, we'll take a look when we get down here a little bit further, and you can see how that's going to affect everything that's going on here. Remind you once again that the worst day we had for positives was 15,300. That was back in July the 12th. And the worst day for deaths was August the 11th, and that was 276. And we haven't even gotten to September the 11th yet. So we've come from 276 down to 48. So I guess that's probably, if you want to be a Pollyanna and look at it like it's really positive, I guess that's really positive, right? Okay, so let's go with that for the moment. Let's go down to Dade County. This is Miami. 8 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours. And then in Broward County, 14 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours and 130 new positives. In Palm Beach County, 2 new deaths to report and 122 new positives. Alrighty, we're turning the page here to Orange County. Orange County is Orlando, no new deaths to report and 95 new positives. In Brevard County, that's Melbourne, no new deaths to report, 33 new positives. In St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, no new deaths to report, 25 new positives. Then in Martin County, no new deaths to report, that's Stewart, and 9 new positives. And in Indian River County, we had no new deaths to report, 10 new positives in Indian River County, 2 of which of those positives were in zip code 32960. That's Vero Beach proper on the west side of the Intracoastal Waterway, and there were no new positives in zip code 32963, which is over here on the Barrier Island. Alrighty, folks, so let's trot over here and take a look at these moving averages now. Okay, so for the moving averages today, a brand new, very, very low total of 76.57. On Monday, on Labor Day, it was 96.86. Sunday, it was 102.7. And Saturday, it was 99.71. Now, let's see how that all works out. So if you look at these numbers across the board here, the 48, the 22, the 35, these numbers being low in double digits, are keeping this down. Now we have over here a 124 to 147 lingering in there that are still keeping it high. Now, if these numbers can stay in the double-digit numbers or single-digit numbers, because we'll drop 124 tomorrow and the next day we'll drop 147, that could conceivably, or that will definitely, drive our 7-day moving average number, this 76.57, down. So that's a really good thing. So although we're not happy with the deaths going up, we're pretty happy with the overall complexion of today. So let's take a look at the 7-day moving average chart that I just now rearranged for you so you can see the new number here of 76.57. Now, we like that. Remember hearing me say yesterday, well, this was a little downturn, and that's very good. Any downturn is good. This is a big downturn. This is a big, we came from here from 96.86 down here to 76.57. That's a big downturn. That's a good downturn. So hopefully you folks will appreciate that and you'll think that we're doing well. That doesn't mean it's time to let down your guard. And we will see how you have done over the Labor Day weekend. I'm not making any predictions here, but we will get a good idea of just how well you behaved over the holiday weekend. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the United States and how the states are behaving. First, let's take a look at the new cases for today. Here are the new cases. And Florida really leads the pack in new cases for today. But we have to look at yesterday for new cases. So yesterday for new cases, California, 2,332. Florida was second. Illinois was third with new cases. Kansas City was fourth. Then Michigan, Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, North Carolina, and Maryland. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to take a look at the deaths. This is the most important one as far as I'm concerned. So yesterday, Texas had 42. California had 33. Jersey, hey, Danny boy up there. What happened to you guys here? You popped up with 22. Big number. Of course, what are we talking about? We've had some pretty big numbers ourselves down here. South Carolina, 20. New York, 19, Pennsylvania, 18, Florida, 17. So we were 7th yesterday with the lower number. Now, these numbers tend to get changed a little bit. You know, I showed you that we had 22, and now here it's saying 17 yesterday. So Ohio was 17, Arkansas was 17, Louisiana was 12. Let's take a look at Massachusetts with 8. Georgia, we compare ourselves to them because they're our neighbors. They had 7 deaths yesterday. Maryland, we do Maryland because of our friend Julie up there in Maryland. They had 5 deaths yesterday. Michigan, 4. We have a lot of people here from Michigan. They had 4 deaths yesterday. And we'll continue down here and see if there's anything else that strikes our fancy. Minnesota, 3 new deaths yesterday. Iowa, for our friend Lizzie out there, 3 new deaths in Iowa. Missouri was 1. Utah, let's take a look at Colorado. Colorado was 1. So there you go. That's a look at the view from the standpoint of our states. And let's go and take a look at one more thing here. I wanted to show you this chart first before I show you the global view here. They've been going a lot by this 5.97. The previous day's percentage of positives was 5.97. They're liking that a lot. And then look at this positive rate for new cases by the week. And look here where we are at 8:30. Now this only goes up to 8:30, but it is showing a pretty nice trend through that period of time. It isn't totally conclusive. I don't like things that are that old because we want to know what's going on today. I'm into instant gratification. I want to know what's happening now. Alrighty, folks, we call this the global view. USA cases, 6,306,412. USA deaths heading towards 200,000, 189,283. And I have been reminded to continue to say it correctly, Ron, 189,283, not the 100 thing that comes from Pennsylvania. Global cases, 29,382,880. I'm trying to do the best I can with these numbers. And the global deaths, 893,653. These numbers keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to fairly soon pass the million mark here on global deaths, and we're fairly soon going to be hitting, and look at this, USA deaths is going to hit 200,000 fairly soon as well. Alrighty, folks, those are the numbers for today, such as they are the day after Labor Day. So we are happy with the 7-day moving averages. That's a good thing. So hopefully we'll keep them going. It's not time to let up yet, folks. Alrighty, folks, I don't really have anything to say back here at the end other than hope that you had a very nice Labor Day yesterday and that you did all the right things and you're going to be healthy for the rest of the week. That would be a really good thing. I remind you to send pictures of your pets, any of your pets, to roncrider@gmail.com. That would be a good thing. We'd like to have those. And remind you, of course, to stay safe, mask up, distance, space, do all that sort of thing. It's very important. If I don't yell at you, it's not because I don't care. I care a lot, and that's one of the principal things. The reason I do this is to try to help drive this thing down. I'm not here to scare anyone. I'm not going to bring this up anymore. I mean, I'm sorry that person felt like I was scaring her. She doesn't have to watch it if she doesn't want to. I won't send her a bill next month for it. I always say this, never be a part of the problem and always be a part of the solution. You can be a part of the solution if you wear those masks and you social distance. That would be a really good thing. And have a very, very blessed Tuesday, and I'll see you back here again on Wednesday. Ron Crider, signing off. Not checking out, signing off.